So what we're going to look at now is booking and responses and checking your reservations. Booking responses we already talked a little bit about, but I'm going to go in depth and also going to explain the system that we use for that. And furthermore, a big question I often get is how do I see what I've said yes to, and how do I see if there's any other events available if I missed an email or missed answering to one of the requests. So first of all, Podio. You already saw a little bit of it. It's our management system. It allows us to manage pretty much the whole business, all the way from events to how we organize the logistics of the tech and stuff. But it also contains some very important information for you to be able to do your job in relation to the booking. Quite simply, everything is organized into an event calendar. An event calendar is an entry in Podio that you can check to see the status and also your response to an incoming request. We'll receive a request that goes into Podio. That request automatically generates an event calendar. Request comes from our client in the form of a web form submission, so they fill out a form on our web. It creates the event, and we then send out this email to you guys saying, what do you want to do? Do you want to do this event or not? When you give a response yes or no, that updates the event calendar status, and thereby we can tell if we can do the event or not. You can at any time go in and see what your response was, and you can also go and check your reservations to see which coming events you have said yes to, which status they are in. So you can sort them for. We have several statuses. It's called lead status and uppdrag, basically. These two. Several is wrong.
Okay.
Two statuses. Lead means we're waiting to get a response. The client hasn't confirmed yet. Uppdrag means they've confirmed. We're ready to go. You're set. You're booked. No change. No exceptions.
Can they cancel the event?
They can cancel
the
an
client?
event. Yes.
What's the deadline for
deadline?
canceling?
Anytime they want, but they're paying full if they cancel less than a week before.
Okay.
I think. So, and we have in your contract, I think we have a cancellation policy with you guys. If we notice that you plan your time and we don't want to make sure that we want to make sure that you get paid if you were planning on it. We have a cancellation policy with you saying that if it's cancelled within 24 hours, you get full payment. Within 48 hours, you get 50% payment.
And if I say yes to a lead, and I find out that I can't, what's the deadline for me to let you know that?
There's, to be honest, don't say yes to a lead that you know you can't take. That's the simple answer.
If you're sick or something.
If you're sick, we will replace you. That's our responsibility to fix.
Okay.
If you have made a mistake of booking yourself in on an event you can't do, you're responsible for checking if you can replace yourself with one of the other futbolistas. We have some forums where you can talk and ask.
Okay.
If you've tried that and you can't, and you still have to do whatever you're doing, then we will fix it for you somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll get that. But it's really, really important that when you're giving this yes or no response, that you know that you're free, that you don't put yourself on an exam day or when you know you're going to sit in class. Part of our expectation is that you know your own time in your schedule, so that we can confidently give the client an answer about our availability. So when you respond, that updates the calendar status and the event calendar, and it will be registered there as you're available. Yes, 2 parts lead to uppdrag. That is pretty basic. As soon as Jon gets, or the sales manager gets the sale, he will convert it, and you will get an email notification saying from lead to uppdrag. You'll get an email saying, congrats.
You got the assignment.
You just got the assignment, right. And if it gets assigned to someone else, you also get an email saying,
Sorry.
sorry, you were not the lucky one this time. A response time is we say respond as quickly as you can. In fact, we have some Fotobaristas that respond within 2 minutes of every email that comes. They're crazy fast. But we have like a deadline. Respond within 12 hours, or we'll ask you why you didn't respond.
Both yes or no.
Both yes or no. Yeah, you're required to give a response. There's no like, if you don't respond, we take it as you haven't read the email, or you're not doing what you should be doing.
Yeah.
So, which is, we need to know that you can't. It's not like we just need to know if you can.
No.
Because if you can't, if you haven't responded, we'll assume that you still have not taken a decision, and therefore we will ask you if you really why haven't you responded? And the system will automatically generate like an email saying, hey, you haven't answered within so please answer.
Yeah.
And there's a manual part to this also. Jon will also sometimes ask you directly. Some events don't actually come through the system, but most of them do. But if Jon does, or the sales manager asks you to, if you can do an event, it might be outside of the loop of that.
Okay.
But we will still put it in here. So if we do ask you and assign you as a Fotobarista, you'll still get the notification regardless of if you answered or not. And if by any chance you do not have, like you said, you cannot attend the event, let us know immediately.